Hey everyone, this is AJ again, and today I'm here to share with you my favorite player from each team and who I feel the best player in each one of the World Cup groups is going to be this year. First group is Group A. We've got Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Uruguay, and the hosts, Russia. Let's start with Egypt. I keep hearing that Mohamed Salah is going to make an attempt to play. I think that's going to be a treat for World Cup fans. I hope he doesn't aggravate his injury or push it too soon. I'm a Liverpool fan. I love Mohamed Salah. I love what he's done. He's exploded onto the scene this year. He's clearly been one of the top three players in the world. And I think Mo Salah, at this point, if we were to give the award out now, would deserve the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, he's got to go up with Leo Messi. So we'll see what happens there. I'll start with Egypt, and my favorite player and who I think the best player is Mohamed Salah, one of the best frontmen in the world. He's a very good passer, obviously incredible goal scorer, 44 total goals this year thus far, and from what I read, what I hear, he's a great teammate. Everybody loves being around him, and I love guys like that. Guys who are humble, teammates love them, and not only can they score a bunch of goals, but they're extremely selfless players too. And there will be another guy in this group who is the same way, who is also a former Liverpool man. Anyway, on to Saudi Arabia. I'm most excited about, and probably my favorite player on Saudi Arabia is El Mawalid. He is their young 22-year-old front winger. He is extremely fun to watch when he has the ball. He's extremely aggressive. He thinks he can get by anybody. He doesn't back down from anybody. He takes on multiple defenders, and he has flashes of brilliance. I think they're going to need to give him opportunities, especially to get out of this group. I think this may be one of the weakest groups, but Russia being at home gives them an advantage, and now that Salah's playing Saudi Arabia, it's not looking good for them. They need to be able to put the ball in the back of the net, and I think the best shot they got to do that is with El Mawalid. So that is who I have for Saudi Arabia. On to Russia, the hosts. I am a big fan and really like Alan Jagoyev. I've been waiting for him to get a consistent opportunity. I really hope he starts and gets to play throughout the group stage. I think he's an underrated playmaker. He's very passionate. I know he can be a hothead, like another guy in this group who I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But Alan Jagoyev can play ball, and I'd love to have him on my team. Like I said, he's got to get his emotions under control sometimes, but he can play, and I'm excited to see what he does. Hopefully, getting a consistent opportunity. Lastly, in this group, I've got two players from Uruguay who are actually probably two of my three top favorite players currently, and that's Luis Suarez and Edinson Cavani. I am a huge Uruguay fan. I like Spain as well, as you can see, but I'm a huge Uruguay fan. They're my favorite team. I've got them winning the World Cup this year. I think they've got all the pieces, and obviously I'm a little biased. I follow them very closely. I love Cavani. I love Suarez. I love them together. They get along, and they play well off of each other. Now that they have all these young midfielders, I think they're going to be pretty special in this World Cup, especially when they're able to push forward and trust that legit defense and goalkeeper they have. So Luis Suarez is my favorite all-time player. He is one of the reasons I fell in love with soccer. He, like Jagoyev, needs to keep his emotions in check, as we all know. Any soccer fan, even people who are not soccer fans, know that Suarez sometimes gets a little out of control. I think he's grown up and matured. But yeah, he is one of the best scorers and passers in the entire world. He was one of two guys in the Liga to average double-digit goals and assists, along with Messi. Cavani is a flat-out poacher, sniper, whatever you want to call it. He does what it takes to get the ball in the back of the net. He gives himself a ton of opportunities. He has a great IQ, great feel, and he plays very physical, and he does not back down as well. And that's the Uruguay spirit, just never back down, pure toughness, and yeah, so The best player out of this whole group, in my opinion, a lot of people may think is Mohamed Salah, but he's done it for 1 year. Luis Suarez has done it for many years. He has been the leading goal scorer in the Eredivisie League, which is the Netherlands, La Liga, 1 year. And also obviously the Premier League. Luis Suarez is, and also maybe the best passer and most physical offensive player in this entire group as well. I think Salah is on his way. I think he's done it for a year. But I think Suarez has been doing it for a long time, and I choose Luis Suarez, my all-time favorite player, as the best player in this group still. So this is going to be a fun group to watch. We'll see what happens. Those are my favorite players from each team and who I think the overall best player is in this group.